A few people get injections because they want to look totally different. We'd rather look like ourselves, just with fewer lines and wrinkles. New technology is providing those natural looking results. And of course, on the leading edge, because he always is, Dr. Joel Schlessinger, a dermatologist and cosmetic surgeon. He's who I trust my skin to. Doctor, good morning.
Thank you.
Great to see you. I hadn't heard of this before. It's called Refyne and Defyne. These fillers are different. So maybe our viewers who've heard of other things might be new to this too. What is unique?
Well, you know, here's the deal. People want to look better, not different. So the whole idea behind fillers is that we want people to look better, a better version of themselves. And with Refyne and Defyne, it's a completely different type of filler. So little show and tell here. This is the actual filler here. These are the Refyne and Defyne fillers. And the beauty of them is that they make you look natural. So no other filler up until now has actually done trials where they've looked at people and said, how do the people look when they're saying words? How do the people look when they're smiling, when they're frowning, when they're talking? So they did these exhaustive clinical trials, very exhaustive clinical trials, to be able to state decisively that people looked natural. So without a doubt, this is going to be the most natural filler around, and it will do something that no other filler has been able to do in certain areas. Now, Mary, it's useful for the nasolabial fold area, around the mouth area, and in the chin area. So that's what it's predominantly going to be used for, but there will be other areas that it's going to be perfect for.
Okay, this is, I'm looking at video and we see you applying it now above the brows, those 11s.
Now that's actually Botox that we're doing.
Okay, I'm like, wait a minute, is this where we look? And speaking of Botox, guys, we have a special offer, which Dr. Schlessinger is always so generous because he knows you might be interested in trying something, and if you could save a little bit of money, then maybe that'll entice you. So we'll get to an offer that includes some of this stuff. But with expression, how can it affect the way a filler works, I guess, with some of the other things, and why is that even important?
Well, expression is so important because people don't want to say, I look different. They want people not to know that they've done something, but have that just, well, what's different about them? Why are they looking better? What is so good about them? Why are they looking less tired? Why are they looking more relaxed, etc.? So that's what this does. And we are the first in the nation to have this. This is just brand new, hot off the presses. I'm part of the rollout, so I'm going to be training other doctors across the country in a couple of weeks to actually let them know how to use this and what the benefits of this are. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be one of the ones that we go to. It won't be the only filler we use. There's still reasons to use other fillers like Voluma, Juvederm, Restylane, Perlane, etc.
But you would recommend this in certain cases. I'm guessing when somebody comes in and says, I don't want people to know I did anything. You might start here.
Precisely. It's just great because it's funny. People want to look better, but the first thing they say is, I saw this person and I didn't like the way her lips looked, or I think she's done, or something like that.
That's right.
And so this will allow that natural, simple, and better
How
look.
long would the results last?
It's about 12 months. That's the other thing.
Whoa, not 6,
Not
for
6.
example.
We're getting up there, baby.
I love
It's
that.
really good. 12 months of longevity.
To be able to do that now and then not have to think about it until January of 2018, we've got an offer which I mentioned, and that goes from now through the end of January. You'll receive $25 off each syringe of filler, and then $50 off if you'd rather go with Botox or Dysport. Now, Botox probably has a little more familiarity to it, but what is Dysport?
And Dysport is a different form of Botox. It's a newer form of Botox. It's going to last longer. It's a little bit less effective, and it takes action quicker, so it takes effect quicker. So it has some very positive things. Botox is still great. Dysport is great. It's just a different sort of thing and different strokes for different folks.
How do you get on the front edge of this stuff, Dr. Schlessinger? Because when you and I were taking a tour of your practice one day, we were talking about the number of trials, for example, that you're part of. Even more, if you think about the 2 largest medical centers in Omaha, he's doing more in dermatology than what those other big guys are doing combined. So how did you build that sort of reputation that people are coming to you for trials, but then also to roll out what's new?
You know, it's something that we have made our focus. It's something that's very important to me because you really can't walk the walk if you don't have the ability to prove that you have been on the forefront of the research. So that's something that we have really done our best to do.
Yeah.
And currently we're doing clinical trials on 2 other fillers. We're currently doing trials on new forms of Botox. So it's very exciting, as well as medical dermatology, psoriasis, acne, other things that are very important, eczema. So it's important, and I think that that's what makes us unique.
Well, it's special that he's doing it all, but how cool that he's doing it in Omaha, that we don't have to think about getting the best in New York or Los Angeles, that it's all right here near 144th and Center. We'll show you that information, and then I'd also like to go back to that special offer because I know a lot of gals and guys watching would be interested in trying this Refyne and Defyne, and there it is. Through the end of January, you'll save $25 off each syringe. About how many would you need, Dr. Schlessinger? Does that vary based on the results desired?
Oh, it varies from 1 to 2. Depends on how much area is needing treated. So, you know, it varies. And I have to say, my little tagline is Refyne and Defyne make you look fine.
I love it. Who doesn't want to look fine, right? And this is the thing. People say, new year, new you. I kind of want to be me. I like more new year, true you. And that is what this is, right? It's still true to who you are, that people recognize you. That is it. Dr. Schlessinger, thanks a million.
Thank you so much, Mary. It's great to be with you.
Be safe, okay? To you and your whole team. We've got some stuff moving in, milk and bread territory here, okay?
Absolutely.
Well, guests of the Morning Blend.